Hi everyone, I'm here talking with Amy Newmark, the editor-in-chief and publisher of Chicken Soup for the Soul, and she's also the author of their latest book, which is about stepping outside of your comfort zone. Now that's something that's probably pretty scary for most people, but why should we make ourselves do it?
Well, I had noticed we were getting more and more stories from people who were writing for different book topics, but were incidentally telling us about times they stepped outside their comfort zones and how it made them feel so excited about their lives. And I thought about the fact that by accident, a lot of us start to fall into a rut. We don't even do something like going and shopping at a different grocery store.
Yeah.
We go to the one where we know where everything is, which is just silly.
Right. So what kinds of things do people do? Does it have to be something extravagant?
No, it really doesn't. And we see people feeling empowered and proud of themselves for doing something like going to a new movie theater where they don't know where the parking is. Or it could be something huge like moving across the country and starting a new career. But whatever it is, they feel so great when they try something new. And we had a great story about it from this woman named Erica Collar. She felt she was in a rut. And so one year she decided she was just going to make a policy for an entire summer of saying yes. She called it her summer of yes. So no matter what she was asked, she said yes. And so she competed in a 5K. She went to an outdoor concert. She went to a science fiction convention. She did all these things that she would have said no to in the past. When that summer was over, that summer of yes, she decided to keep doing it. And she ended up finishing college. She ended up switching jobs. She ended up getting published as an author. She just kept going. It was an amazing thing how just making a policy of saying yes had such a big impact on her life.
And do you think this is something that can be applied to people of all ages?
Oh, definitely. I've seen this across the board because even people in their 20s can start getting in a rut. And I'm sure that you have fought the tendency yourself and you've tried something new and different.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe when it comes to traveling, I'm used to planning things out every so often, but I recently took a trip with my mom and we kind of just decided to wing it. We went up there and you end up learning so much more about the place that you're in.
I think that's a great idea. I love going someplace and just having a reservation for the first few days.
Exactly.
And then not having a reservation for the second half of the vacation.
Yeah.
And then you see where you end up.
Absolutely.
It's really, really fun. I actually implemented this policy of trying new things about 10 years ago, and I've been consciously trying to do new things ever since. And it's meant that I've gone rock climbing in a gym where I couldn't move my arms for a week after. I went on every scary roller coaster at Universal Studios. I just forced myself to go on everything. And then I did something that was super scary that I really don't want to do again, but I'm still so proud that I did it. And that was that I went paragliding. And what was interesting about it was that here I am, a person who works with words. I'm an editor. And it never occurred to me that paragliding meant parachute, because I would never jump out of an airplane with the piece of fabric and all those strings coming out of it. And we get to the top of the cliff and the guy's putting the harness on me and I look behind me on the ground and there's a piece of fabric lying on the ground with strings coming out of it. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, paragliding, parachute. And then he says the scariest thing I've ever heard, you have to run off the cliff. So you have to run off the cliff and have faith that it will fill with air. But if you don't keep running, it will not fill with air. So it was really scary, but I did it. Obviously, it worked out just fine. And it has made me feel like if I can do that, I can do anything. And that's what everybody reports about when they try these new things. They realize, wow, I'm capable of that, then I can do this and this and this.
Right. Wow, after seeing that, you must have some advice on how people can step out of their comfort zone.
First, you have to look at yourself and say, am I in a rut? Have I accidentally stopped doing new things, going new places, trying new experiences? And if you realize, yeah, I'm in a rut, well then do something small to start with. Maybe just try some food that you thought you didn't like. Try it again, you might like it. And then do something a little bigger and maybe get some article of clothing, some kind of clothing you never wore before. Or maybe put an app on your phone that you never tried before. Learn a new technology. And then you'll find that you'll be excited, you'll be proud of yourself, and then you'll keep going. And finally, I would say, remember my favorite quote. It's by John Shedd, and it's really the thing that motivated this entire book. And the quote is this: a ship in harbor is safe, but that is not what ships are built for.
Wow, I love that. That's beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that with us today.
Oh, well, thank you for letting me talk about my new favorite topic.